Hello, creatives. Welcome to Artist Star. My name is Beth, and this is a daily pick-a-card and birthday reading for June 21st. If you were born today after sunrise, you are a 9 of clubs. Before sunrise, you're yesterday's card, which was a 10 of clubs. Okay, so I'm going to read each card and then all together for the collective. Then a special birthday message for you, 9 of clubs. This is your solar year cards. They are here to heighten your manifesting abilities. And then we're going to talk about, after the 3 cards, we're going to talk about the 9 of clubs energy of today. What it is that we get the opportunity to see life through that lens and tap into the high vibe and or possibly the low vibe of the 9 of clubs energy. It's all in the soup today. All right, let's turn over card number 1 and see what we get. We got the 6 of diamonds. So highly intuitive, really pretty dynamic. This is Venus energy. The 6 of diamonds encompasses the lover's energy. So it's you understanding what really floats your boat and wanting to make more of that today. You're going to really be feeling it intuitively. We are in that very first day of the first deacon Cancer. So we've got that moon energy where everything's going to be really pretty tangible in the intuitive department, where you're just going to be reading people and knowing intuitively where people are coming from. You're going to notice all the synchronicities that are with you today, and you're going to be able to read the signs really well. The 6 of diamonds is the thing about the 6s is that there is a conversation that needs to be held between ego and soul. You are really, people are going to be looking at you like you've got something going on, and recognized for that depth of empathy that you are just radiating, that energy of feelers, and people are going to feel that as well. That's okay. You can't help it. It's just who you are today. If you pick this card, you are just doing it. Doesn't even register. Maybe it does, but it doesn't need to. It's just there. Yeah, so the Lover's card, tapping into what you really need when you need it. So, but yeah, looking for the depth in the situations that you are bumping into today. That again is about that soul need of something deeper. Let's look at card number 2. We got the 3 of clubs in reverse. So reversals are just reminders, heads up that we might be tempted to tap into that low vibe energy today. And with this 3 of clubs, we are talking about being kind of wrapped up in our own thinking, kind of stubborn about it even, not really wanting to cooperate and not really hearing other people. Interesting card to have in reverse on this incredibly intuitive day. It could be that you are just so in the depth of what you are involved in that you just want to be left alone, and you're annoyed at anybody that tries to take you out of your thoughts. So watch out for that. And because this is the big think card. It is you figuring out all the world's problems. So if you're feeling like you've got too much to do, or you're, thick in the soup of it, and you can't quite put your finger on what it is that you need, or, under this moon energy, you could just be really kind of disconnected and feeling really melancholy, or it could be something like, oh gosh, what would be a really good way of thinking about this? Divided in your thoughts, having difficulty focusing, just that kind of daydreamy, can't really settle on anything. You're either thick in the soup of your own thoughts or you're unable to get there. So pull the thread on that, see what gets triggered, and just take a moment to ask your guides for clarity and balance, and give yourself over to that and see if you can't clean up that soup a little bit and get free of whatever the entanglements are. Let's look at card number 3. We've got the Jack of Diamonds. So this is a really fast-paced energy here in the diamond suit. The jacks encompass the aces, 2s, and 3s. So do check those in your chart. Check to see if you've got any of these cards in your chart. You can find a link in the description box below for a very personalized chart for yourself. And it only takes a minute to fill it out, and then you've got your chart to go by. So the Jack of Diamonds, like I said, it's got that ace, that opportunity for a new valued venture. It is one of those cards where it's an opportunity to start something, to validate something. It could be money, and then knowing to make that connection. That is that moon energy. It's the Empress moon energy, very fertile, knowing exactly how to put that 2 and 2 together. It's got to do it. You know, it's not handed to you. It's work, but you're happy to do it. Lots of energy to do it. And then the 3 energy of that Mars energy, which is temperance. You've got that balance. You know what you need. You've got your ear to your listening, to your daimon and your creative spirit guides. And you're good. It's Uranus energy and creative. Again, a little bit of a rebel there. You dancing to your own drum or hearing your own beat. It is all good. So yeah, I do look at the chart of the day, and I know that the 9 of Clubs has a 6 of Diamonds on the ecliptic card. That is that life path card. And you'll find that with an X, and that is where your midheaven in the Western astrology is. So go and look and see where your midheaven, your X, is in that 7 days of the week up there at the top, and find out what's going on for you with that, because that is going to add another element of reading this card for yourself today. Very highly intuitive. It's your life path card. So it is for the 9 of Clubs, and this will represent that for you as well. So go and have a look. And if it is in your chart, you've got even more reason to investigate and pull the thread on where that 6 of Diamonds ends up for you. It's very, very intuitive under a very, very intuitive day. So you'll get there. So today, with this 9 of Clubs energy, we've got the opportunity to feel through that. The 9 of Clubs is led with the major arcana card of the Hermit. So there's that contemplation that's needed, but there's also just the super grounded trust that the divine has your back and that you are being guided on your path of destiny. Again, life path kind of connotation to this day. So everyone should be checking where their life path card is and what your what your ecliptic card is, and where that card lands in those 7 positions of Sun through Saturn. Give you very much information to really pull that tap into that intuitiveness that we have today. So, the Nine of Clubs is called the Pathfinder card. So you know how to get there from here. It is South Node energy, K2 energy. So within all of this mix of empathy and intuition and just moodiness and the possibility of the ups and downs, the riding that roller coaster today, we have the opportunity, possibly some of us, maybe all of us, to tap into some new information that's going to rock our world a little bit, and it's going to invite us to rethink, deconstruct, and come up with a new idea. We're going to be letting go of some old belief that some idea that we really kind of bought into deeply, and decided that with this new information that maybe we don't really need to think of it in that way anymore. So it builds a new line of thought around something. So that's really cool to have going on today too. And it's going to be about finding your own deeper truth. Love it. Okay, so what's the shadow side of a Nine of Clubs? Well, it can be being overly judgmental, and it can be feeling really self-righteous and self-led. It is kind of being reluctant to take a look at something new, to change your mind or way of thinking about something. You're so stubborn in not admitting that you were wrong, which is not really what it is. It's not being wrong. It's just didn't have the information that you needed to see something from a different point of view. So there's that energy out there as well. So if you pick card number 2, know that that's the kind of energy that you could be tapping into and getting sucked into, putting the blinders on and just, head in the ground, doing your own thing, when you could be really missing a nice little nugget for you becoming more of a well-rounded, more mature you that understands life just that little bit more, with more depth, more ingrained intuitiveness that the day really does hold. Okay, so happy birthday, Nine of Clubs. This is your solar year cards. They are here to help you find that depth of energy to pull and draw on for manifesting. Trust. Trust that you were born a creative being and have never stopped being one. Wow. Trusting. So hard to do sometimes for creatives. But again, if you're journaling and you're writing down your successes, you will start to see, or you will see, a pattern of how your creativity works. What triggers a new venture for you, and how do you get there? What do you do with it? Being a Nine of Clubs, you are here to really figure out your path through that hermit energy. And for you, what you have to work through is that hermit energy, because it is your Rahu, where you will find your secrets, which your Rahu is a Jack of Spades. And that is the loner card, the orphan card. It's very, very much like the hermit. You know you are on your own. This is you being you and not looking toward or for anyone else to validate you. You have to go inside intuitively and find that yourself. That's your job to do. The Pluto card is the card that really is the monkey wrench for everyone. So for you, it's the 10 of diamonds. And that is just being in that world of being very super busy, happy in the busyness, but that busyness can also end up being more of diversions rather than that take you away from your path that you need to be paying attention to. All right, let's take a look at the spirit and nature. 5 of clubs. Okay, so we have really more fast-paced energy here with this 5 of clubs. You are being asked to work it through trial and error. It's really going to be a year of hit and miss, knowing, gleaming those little nuggets of what out of what doesn't work while you're figuring out what does work. We're looking at intellectual pursuits. This is right up your alley. The 5s are high energy, so are the 9s, where the 9s are all about that figuring out themselves on that life path, giving into for you with this moon very first day, this cardinal sign, to feel it through, to be able to take the reins on that roller coaster ride and not get overly burdened with a lot of deep thought that you need to hang on to. You got to be more open to trusting that hermit energy, that connection with spirit. You're being guided on all your path, including this 5 of clubs. As you can see, it's interesting, the visual with the dance that he is doing. It's a masculine energy. So you've got the action for that, as it not being quite as soft and nurturing. It's going to come just a little more in your face, if you will, and knowing that it is coming straight from source, all of the trial and error that you do. You know, the 5s are fix-it cards. The 5s are Jupiter energy. So it's joyful. It's not going to be a burden to do this. You're actually going to really feel and understand intuitively that it is exactly what's on your path today, is exactly what you need to be doing. You're going to glean something from it. Write it down, because that is going to be golden for you later. Every time you do that, you are going to succeed in something that is going to build your confidence, your charisma, all of the good stuff. And that is what you're going to be dipping into when your time is ready to manifest what you need. That's where you go. That's the energy that you exude when you are writing your request, your readiness for something, and handing it over to that exact guide that the Hermit, your major arcana card, is. They've got your back. You need to trust it. That is where your energy lies. Wow, that is so cool. All right, the egg. Magic eggs. Beginning something is exciting. And that's another 5 connotation of the 5 card. Begin, begin, begin. Realizing it's not quite working, gleaming from it what you can, and moving on to the next thing. It's going to be fast-paced year for you, but oh my goodness, you are going to gather so much beautiful, loving energy to just make your manifesting so solid and secure and trusted that the daimon is there for you to bring. However much, in whatever measure, it'll be exactly right for you. I love the manifesting when you get what you never even thought you needed. You put the energy out there and you get exactly what you need. Much, much better than what you thought you wanted. I love it. All right. Happy birthday, Nine of Clubs. Happy summer solstice. And happy entering Cancerian territory. I'm with you. I've got a birthday in a couple of days. So hang in there with me and we will get through this roller coaster of moon and moon. Cardinal sign. All right. And don't forget that it is a chariot run this season, this whole Cancerian season. The Cancerians have in the major arcana, the chariot. That's where that roller coaster comes in. All right. Hopefully it won't be too much of a bumpy ride and we'll all get there from here and maybe heighten our intuitive abilities while we're at it. Okay. Have a great day, everyone. Subscribe, hit that button. Means a lot to me, means a lot to the channel growth, and I really feel like it's a good thing. All right, the whole of it, all of it. Coming out with my cards very soon. Okay, so as always, carpe diem, kindness, curiosity, and of course, happy creating.